Baseball has a lot of noteworthy teams. The 1998 Yankees are considered to be one of the best teams of all time, and the 1962 Mets are one of the worst. Anyway, most teams end up somewhere slightly above or below average year by year. I wanted to find the most average team ever in the history of baseball, and I asked myself, how do I find this out? Why am I doing this to myself? I was able to answer the first question, so I went to my favorite website of all time, Baseball Reference. What I used to determine the most average team were 3 statistics: OPS+, ERA+, and win percentage. If you do not know what OPS+ or ERA+ are, now is the time to learn them. If you do know what they are, skip to this point, or watch it to help me with watch time. That's fine too. OPS+ is a number that compares a hitter or a hitting team's OPS to the entire league's OPS, and sets it on an easier-to-digest scale where 100 is average, the higher the number is, the better it is for hitters, and lower is worse. ERA+ does the same thing but for the pitching side, where it compares the pitcher or pitching team's earned run average to the league and adjusts it to the 100 scale, where 100 is average, higher is better for pitchers, and lower is worse. To start, we're looking for teams as a whole who have a single season OPS+ of exactly 100, so no better or worse than average that year. From 1875 until today, there are 115 individual teams that were average at hitting, which was a lot more teams than I was expecting. Notable teams that would be disqualified to this for other reasons include the 1965 Twins, the 1985 Cardinals, and 2 World Series winners in the 2014 Giants and the 1996 Yankees. Now that I have that part done, let's look at teams that have an ERA+ of exactly 100, and this list comes out to approximately 81 teams, so a little less than the amount of average hitting teams. An interesting team on this one is the 1976 Reds. They were the best American or National League team that also won the World Series, and were the only team to win the World Series with an ERA+ of 100 in the regular season. But when you have a starting 9 that looks like that, you can have average pitching. That's fine. So the last statistic that we're using is winning percentage. And we're looking for teams that, on this list, have a 500 winning percentage, winning half of the time. And they have to be on both the ERA+ leaderboard and the OPS+ leaderboard. There's one team who has an OPS+ of 100, an ERA+ of 100, and a winning percentage of 500. It is, drumroll please, the 1974 Houston Astros. They are the only team in the storied history of baseball to be wholly average on both hitting and pitching, and have the record to show for it too. And the players on the team were all, well, decent. And they did have one all-star player, Cesar Cedeno, and some guy, J.R. Richard, who had potential. But other than that, they are the most average team that has ever played, and they make for a very average video. Thanks for watching.